And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this Buffalo defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
19 tight, 19 tight. Hurt, hurt. '79 Broncos. Go.
Looking to throw on second down. Coleman. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's one as a quarterback where you put both hands on your helmet and say, I can't believe I just did that. If he puts a little more touch on that ball, the receiver's still running. Instead, it's just an incomplete pass.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
60
Back to throw. Coleman. He finds his man. Complete. That's short. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Saints at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row. And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Let's go.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Coleman. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Got it. Ready? Let's go.
Up the middle, Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw. Coleman. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Let's go now. Mustang 19. 18, Pioneer. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready,
To throw on second down. Coleman. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll start this drive out on the ground, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. And you look at this Saints defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Ratliff. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
7 Pirates.
Looking to throw. Ratliff. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that what you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. 7-7, our score after 1. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
Cougar 19. Trap 60, trap 60.
Operating from the gun, Coleman. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. There he goes left side. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
That one a first down pickup of 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to add on to that lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Tempo, 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 tempo.
On first down, Coleman. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Coleman. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Point after here coming up. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be brought out from the middle of the... And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Oh, able to avoid him. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Let's go now.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
70 Timberwolves. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Ratliff. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
79 Broncos.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ratliff. He's going to let it go again. Touchdown, Bills. A great play there. 32 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Ratliff to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Coleman. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And some room to maneuver. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber?
And got his man complete. Touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 1st and 10, Coleman. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And my goodness, another interception. He may go. And he is is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Let's go now.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. He finds his man complete. It's short. He got 29 yards that time.
Here we go. Set.
Throwing on first down. Coleman. And that went to the right side and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. DeForest Buckner able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Viking 18.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
To throw on second down. Ratliff looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. There he goes again. He may go. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Dragon 60.
Throwing to start the drive. Coleman. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first down, Coleman. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So following the hold, They're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down.
Ready.
Back to throw. Coleman. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
18 Rattler. 19 Wyatt.
Operating from the gun. Coleman. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Cougar 19. Go.
On 1st and 10, Coleman. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded at the 20. And he's loose again. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards. And the Bills are pouring it on. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And here comes a return from the middle of the end. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
On 2nd down now, Barlow. And running with power here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
60,
And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Coleman. That is caught by Laporta. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
On 2nd down, Posey. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On 1st down, Barlow. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. They'll keep it on the ground. Barlow, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Broke through some contacts, but unable to reach the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st. They'll run on 1st down. Barlow eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here we go.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Up the middle they go. Barlow. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Like
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much. And now here's another interception. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff up the middle. Barlow. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Come on.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Barlow. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now a give right side. Barlow. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And his kick is indeed good. So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, so everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Off play action. Coleman. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Off the play fake. Coleman. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Ready? 65 cat, 65 cat.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Young. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Back to throw again. That's complete to Laporta. And he's taken down inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Young. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Bills will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Ready, break.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Get it.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it.